Welcome everybody to tonight's matchups between the Coffeyville Red Ravens and the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. Tonight is a couple of huge matchups in tonight's contest between two Jayhawk Conference opponents who hope to get their conference records up and going. Hello everyone, I'm Jared Sleppy, and the Hutchinson Blue Dragons find themselves at 1-0 coming into tonight's matchups, and this is Coffeyville's first matchup in the Jayhawk Conference. The Hutchinson Blue Dragons come into this one at 10-0 and number 4 in the nation. As for the Red Ravens, they're at 7-3. It's a huge matchup for both of these two teams, and it'll be crucial for Coffeyville to get their conference record started at 1-0 with a big matchup here tonight versus the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. So first, we will get the starting rosters. First for the Blue Dragons, number 1, Lakin Priesner, 5'9" freshman. And a 5'6" freshman, Enya Butina. A 6'1" sophomore, Mandy Madden. 5'8" freshman, Taylor Stolley. And number 24, Kyrie Rogers, 6-foot freshman. And as for the Red Ravens, starting for them is number 11, Chantel Smith, the 6-foot sophomore. Felicia Curtis is the 5'8" sophomore. Another 5'8" sophomore, Chanel Camarath. A 5'10" sophomore, Jade Carranza. And a 6'2" freshman, Antionette Daniels. Between the men and the women's, both these two teams find themselves at 22-0, the Blue Dragons are. The Lady Dragons are at number 4 in the nation, and the men Dragons are at number 1 in the nation. So we'll see how they do in their first game at number 1 in the league and the country. As for the conference goes, only 3 games have gone on in this conference so far, and Hutchinson was able to knock off their opponent a couple nights ago and start off their season 1-0 in the Jayhawk Conference. As for the Red Ravens, they have a tough start with a tough rival coming in here tonight. Coming up later for the Red Ravens, they have Dodge City on December 5th to get going, and that's a huge start for the Red Ravens for the men and women's in the conference. And then they'll have Carl Albert on the 8th, and then Garden City on the road on the 12th. So they start out with 3 home games in a row. Well, last game for the Lady Ravens, they were able to knock off Enio at Enio, which was a big win for them. And they come back in today hoping to keep that winning streak alive. Now as we're about to start, a couple keys to this game for the Red Ravens. Jasmine Torian coming into this one, 10.5 points per game and 6.1 rebounds per game, and shooting 83.3 from the charity strike. As for Chanel Camarath is the second leading scorer with 10.2 points per game. This team averages 70.5 points per game. But one thing that they needed to work on is their free throws. They're coming in as a team at 64% from the free throw line. Another thing they need to work on is passing the ball and getting better shots off, as Chanel Camarath leads the team with just 2.0 assists per game. We're about to get things underway as Daniels will tip off for the Red Ravens. And they get the tip off. Here's Camarath controlling the ball to start off the game. We'll see what they can do here on the first possession, get things going offensively. Smith controls it, looking inside, giving it. Daniels is rejected, and now the Blue Dragons are on the way. Here's Butina, gives it up. Here's Priesner, giving the ball inside, wide open look. Rogers not able to get the shot to go. Priesner is there with the offensive rebound. And the ball is ripped away, and a foul is called. A jump ball is called. And Curtis ended up with the basketball, but it will stay with the Blue Dragons. So a good physical start for both of these two teams. This is Butina under the basket, giving it up to Priesner, and she walked. So a good start defensively for the Red Ravens. They'll get the ball right back. Hope to get the first lead of the game. So here's Camarath taking the ball down. This is a big matchup for both these two teams. All eyes on this matchup. Both of these teams are projected to do very well in the conference. Here's Curtis. Backs it out. There's Camarath with it. Shot clock down to 10. Couple strings at the top of the key. Here's Camarath driving. Now 4 on the shot clock. Shoots it. Tough shot. No good. Rebound going to the Blue Dragons. Here's Butina with it. Moving the ball around the perimeter. Had an open look, but doesn't take it. This is Butina driving, shooting, no good. Rebound, Camerath. Getting her head up, might have traveled. There's Smith. And Camerath will back it up and set the play. Setting a couple screens at the top of the key. Ball stripped away. This is Rogers taking it all the way into the lane, fouled, and one. So the first basket is a big one there for Kyrie Rogers. And she will go to the line shooting one. Early substitution is, that's Alani Fisher coming into the game. Gets the free throw to go, and it's now 3-0 in favor of the Lady Blue Dragons. Camerath inside, can't handle the pass, and that's a turnover for the Red Ravens. Not the kind of offensive start that the Red Ravens would have wanted. The turnover there is Daniels can't haul in the pass. Working around perimeter, trying to look inside, is Madden with it. Ball rejected away and stolen by Camerath, but she can't save it and touch it after that, and that's going to be Blue Dragons basketball. They're doing a good job defensively, but they can't get things to go on offense. Here now with it is the Blue Dragons, looking to get a 2-possession lead. There's Rogers with it, handing it off. Here's Priesner. Priesner looking inside, still working around the perimeter. Shot clock now down to 8. Still moving around on top of the key, setting the screen. All the way into the rack, pull-up shot, Butina, got it. So now Coffeyville finds themselves in a hole early. Camerath now with it, setting the screen is Daniels, trying to take it. Curtis now driving, in the lane, foul, can't get the shot to go, but she will get 2 free throws. Felicia Curtis will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. She is 61.5% from the line on the season, averaging 8.8 points for this season so far. Can't get this first one to go, so Coffeyville's trying to get on the board. And offensively, they haven't been known to be a real offensive powerhouse. Again, 70.5 points per game, but they do limit their opponents to 58 points a game. Gets the second one to go, and Coffeyville's finally on the board. So 7.5 left. Our score 5-1. Coffeyville trailing by 4 early. Full court press put on by Coffeyville. Here's Butina crossing half court. Still being pressured. Here's Stolley with it now. All the way into the lane. Rogers puts it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound Red Ravens. Here comes Curtis. Felicia Curtis pulls back out. And Camerath will set up the offense. Once again, they have 2 screeners at the top of the key. Shoots the 3, got it. Uses the 3 to distract uses the screens to distract the defense. Butina pushes it past half court to break the press. Into the lane is Priesner. Being pressured, back out. 3-pointer, got it. That's Taylor Stolley, big 3 there. After answering with Camerath's 3-pointer. Here's Camerath with it. Handing it off. Here's Fisher using another screen by Carranza. Gives it up to Curtis. Curtis using Carranza's screen, looking inside. There's Daniels. She can't handle the pass, but it was batted away, and it will stay with the Red Ravens. So 8 seconds left on the shot clock. They'll try to get something off the inbound play. Daniels is at that same side block, and a screen and a foul is going to be called on the floor. This is an off-ball foul by Kyrie Rogers. 6-foot freshman. Carranza coming off the screen, not using it, but she does end up getting it at the top of the key. She looked like she might have traveled there, but the ref's not giving it to Hutch on this one. Here's Camerath working with it. Curtis into the lane all the way. Off the backboard, can't get the shot to go. Rebound Rogers. Here comes the Blue Dragons. 6 minutes left to play. Priesner had an open shot, didn't take it. Rogers looking inside, backdoor screen to Stolle, puts it up, fouled, and one. Good job backdooring there and getting the wide open and one. This foul is called by Eleni Fisher. It's the second team foul. Jasmine Torian comes in for the first time today. The 5'11 sophomore is the team scoring leader, but comes off the bench tonight. So Stolle trying to capitalize on the three-point play. Stolle is a 90.9 free throw shooter, and she misses this one, and Torian comes down with it. She is a very good rebounder. She averages 6.1 rebounds a game so far in the season. Here's Kamarath now with it. Coming off the screen is Fisher. Looking. Here's Torian with it. Kicks it over to Kamarath. Drives in, she walked. So a lot of turnovers so far for the Red Ravens. 4 in total. And that's going to be a key for Hutchinson if they want to be able to stop them offensively. Blue Dragons, on the other hand, as we mentioned, Coffeyville scores 70.5 points per game. Blue Dragons outscore their opponents on average 87 to 51 so far this season, including a 127 to 32 beatdown versus a JV team earlier in the season. Torian comes down with the rebound, empty possession for the Blue Dragons. Here come the Red Ravens. Here's Kamarath. Fisher off the screen. Here's Carranza off another screen. Here's Kamarath with it for a three-pointer. Got it. 2 big three-pointers in a row, and she has 6 of the 7 points for the Red Ravens. And that was a big one there as Coffeyville tries to close that gap that Hutchinson has drew on. Inside here's Rogers. Backdoor screen to Stolle, and she is fouled. Correction, that was Priesner who will get the 2 free throws. And fouling her for the Red Ravens is number 24, Jade Carranza, the 5'10 sophomore. Priesner with a 97.4 free throw average so far this season. She gets the first one. She's now 38 for 39 on the season from beyond the free throw arc. Blue Dragons now try to take a 5-point lead. The free throw here. Gets it to go. Substitution for the Blue Dragons coming in is Shayla DeGarmo. And as for the Red Ravens, Jasmine Davis comes in. And Chantel Smith also re-entered the game after the first free throw. We'll see what the Red Ravens can do here with a 5-point deficit. 4:46 left to go here in the first quarter. Looking around, and Kamarath she falls to the ground, but a foul is on the screen. That one's going to be called on Chantel Smith. Odyssey Trussell comes into the game, and exiting is Smith. That is her second foul, and that's a big loss for the Red Ravens. So here come the Blue Dragons now with a 5-point lead after an offensive foul by Chantel Smith. Here's Phillips with it, handing it off to Priesner. Looking around to Stolle, looking around. She's been a big factor for this team so far early, driving inside, getting fouled, making her free throws. Inside, stripped is Williams, and the ball will stay with the Blue Dragons. Blue Dragons doing a good job of getting fresh faces into the ball game here early. 4:23 left in the first quarter. Red Ravens find themselves down by 5. See what the Blue Dragons can do here on the inbounds with 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Looking for Priesner, not able to get it to her. Three-pointer Stolle, got it. Another big three-pointer for the Blue Dragons. Here's Trussell taking the ball down for the Red Ravens. Fisher gives it up to Davis. Davis squares up. Trussell inside to Kamarath. Kicks it back out for 3 is Fisher. No good. First missed three-pointer of the day, but it rebounded by Davis. Spin move inside, off the backboard, got it. Fantastic job of reading the defense is Jasmine Davis, spinning around and getting that one to go off the backboard. So now the Red Ravens down by 6. Here comes Butino with the ball, not giving it up, moving the ball around the perimeter. Stolle now looking on. Now Priesner. Good defensive pressure by the Red Ravens. Wanted the backdoor pass, unable to get it, and the Red Ravens end up with it. Here come the Red Ravens now on fast break. Here's Camrath. Driving, can't find anything. She'll kick it out, and that will be Alani Fisher setting up the play. Here's Trussell now with it, looking inside. Driving baseline side. Ball stripped away. Dasmith comes up with it. Davis. Torian, tough jumper. Can't get it to go. Rebound there by Kylie Williams. So now the Blue Dragons slow things down as Butina looks on to set up the offense. Inside to Williams. Williams, backdoor move, and she is fouled. As Inja Butina that one's going to go against Chanel Camarath. That is her first. A couple big fouls here early by the Red Ravens. First free throw was up and good. A couple substitutions from both teams. Desiree Nelson comes in for the Red Ravens. Also, Daisha Terry comes in for the Blue Dragons. The Ravens find themselves down by 7 here. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Second free throw is good. Blue Dragons are in the man-to-man. Inside to Torian. Spin move. With pressure. Can't get the shot to go. And Terry with the aggressive rebound. Here come the Lady Dragons. Butina with it, giving it up. Here's Williams. Backdoor look. Handoff. Good defensive pressure by the Red Ravens so far here. Into the lane, giving it up. A lot of ball movement. No open shots given. Tough shot made there by Terry. Isn't able to get it to go. And Trussell comes up with it. And the Red Ravens will slow things down. Coming off the screen. Here's Nelson. Nelson off the screen, driving, kicking it to Fisher. Fisher using the screen all the way into the lane, and she is fouled. A good aggressive move there by Alani Fisher, the 5'9" freshman, and she will go to the line shooting 2 free throws. The foul was called on Kyrie Rogers. Kyla Williams is going to be called for the foul. That is her first. This is off the front end. A couple substitutions for the Blue Dragons. Red Ravens trying to not come up empty on this possession. A couple big shots here early by the Red Ravens offensively beyond the arc, but not able to keep up with the Blue Dragons from beyond the arc, as they are at a stellar 41.6% from beyond the arc as a team. Big pressure by the Red Ravens at half court. Spin move inside. Rogers, she is fouled, and she will go to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. She's a 75% free throw shooter. She's gotten her fair share of free throws so far this season. She leads the team with most free throw attempts. She gets the first one to go. Kyrie Rogers leads the team with 14.8 points per game and also 9 rebounds per game. Big season for her. She leads in points and rebounds. Second free throw good. Now a 3-possession game. Here come the Red Ravens, trying to find something offensively as time starts to wind down here in the first quarter. Here's Torian. Jumper, no good. Rebound Nelson. And she is fouled. The Ravens get the ball under the basket. A couple substitutions for the Lady Ravens. Coming as in Antionette Daniels. And also for the Red Ravens, Cletria Curtis. As Torian and Fisher exit the ball game for the Red Ravens. See what Coffeyville can do under the basket. Giving up to Davis. Ball loose. Ending up with it. Not able to finish. There was Curtis as she got her own missed pass. And here come the Blue Dragons now. There's Butina working around the perimeter once again. Driving inside. Here's Rogers. Nice move. Can't get the shot to go. Nelson with the rebound, and she'll push it herself. Here come the Red Ravens. A little over a minute left. Trussell finding a hard time gathering the ball inside now to Curtis. She gives it to Daniels. She's at the key, giving the shot a try, and she gets it. Tough shot made. Now a little under a minute left as the Red Ravens find themselves down by 7 here in the first quarter. Here's Butina. Now DeGarmo. Back to Butina, looking cross-court pass. That's Terry. Another cross-court pass inside to Rogers. Trying to find something. Shot clock winding down. Now to 10. Three-pointer Terry. Got it. So first time today, a double-digit lead for Hutchinson. Here's Trussell now with it, as they will get the last shot. Daniels setting the screen. Cleacher Curtis colliding with Trussell. Trying to get something. Defense tight for Hutchinson. Davis gives up to Nelson for the shot. Got it. Now 3 seconds left. Trying to get one more shot off as Hutchinson. Shot up, no good for Inya Butina. So that's the end of one corner. We're going to head to the break. Coffeyville currently finds themselves down 22-14. We'll be right back after the break. We are back with the second quarter as the Lady Ravens find themselves down by 8 in a good, strong quarter for the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. And we'll see what they can do here with it as they find themselves up by 8. The Ravens will have the ball to start the quarter. Camrath with 6 of Coffeyville's 14 points, both of them 2 big three-pointers. So here's Trussell now with it, as it will get it to start the second quarter. Here's Camrath. There's Curtis with it now on the baseline. Looking inside, screen for Daniels. Can't get it to inside. Drive baseline, and it is stolen away by DeGarmo. Here come the Blue Dragons. Here's Priesner looking inside, kicking back out. Butina inside, tipped away, and Camrath regathers. Here come the Red Ravens. We'll see what Coffeyville can do with it, see if they can get their first points of the second quarter. Send something up. Here's Curtis with it, looking inside. Now Carranza. Screen for Camrath as she gets it. Looking inside, nothing really going inside for the Red Ravens. A lot of drives and kicks. Shot by Trussell with 5 seconds left, and the shot clock gets it to go. A lot of driving and kicking for the Red Ravens as there was another opportunity for the Red Ravens. Wide open shot, and the Red Ravens now only down by 6. Here's Madden now with it. Now Rogers looking inside for Priesner off the screen. And it looked like she might have walked, but she's able to get the up and under move for the 2 points. You can tell Hutchinson works a lot around the basket as they've done a good job getting a lot of open moves, bringing away from the defense. Carranza, backdoor for Camrath, unable to get it. Here's Trussell for three-pointer. Got it. Feeling lucky, able to get the three-pointer, now only a 5-point lead for the Blue Dragons. Let's see what Hutchinson can do now on offense. Here's Butina. Inside to Madden, kicks it back out, three-pointer. Can't get the 3 to go. Foul on the floor, and it will go back to the Red Ravens. So big stop for Coffeyville there. And they will get the ball right back. Little fact, last year, the Hutchinson Blue Dragons went 36-1 last year, and their only loss was in the national championship. They haven't lost any this year, so they are currently running on that 10-game win streak. Here's Trussell now with it. Double screen at the bottom of the key. Here's Curtis now with the ball, dribbling around, trying to find something inside. Today, that's just not been the case. Not able to get anything to Kronza or Daniels. And when they have been trying to give it to Daniels, 5 is on the shot clock. Ball has been batted away or turned over. And a shot clock, not a shot clock violation. Shot clock does expire, but no violation called as Hutchinson was able to get possession. Tough shot by Phillips, got it. Deep two-pointer there by Relina Phillips. And it is now 26-19 with 7:18 left here in the second quarter. They set up the two post players in the baseline trying to get the screens. There's Trussell with it, looking inside to Carranza, and she's fouled. That one's going to go against Phillips. That is her first. And that's their second foul of this quarter. Not able to find anything. There's Daniels inside, and she's blocked, and it will stay with her Lady Ravens. Daniels just hasn't been able to get anything going inside, and that's due to the heavy pressure that Hutchinson has put on her, and also Carranza as well. Camrath trying to get it up top. Ball deflected, but is regathered. Here's Camrath all the way into the lane. Tough left-handed shot, and you could tell she was struggling to try to put that one up. Here come the Lady Dragons, and she walked as she moved her feet, and it'll go right back to Coffeyville. Red Ravens trying to still shrink that lead that Hutchinson has, as it got to as big as 10, and it got to as small as 5. Here's Camrath now with it, looking inside for Carranza. Daniels now at the top, looking inside. She can make that shot, as was proved earlier. Here's Carranza now with it, looking inside once again. Taking back out to Camrath. Now 10 on the shot clock. Good defensive pressure by the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. Now 5 on the shot clock. Inside to Daniels. Trying to give it to Curtis. She bobbles the ball, and with 1 second left on the shot clock, it will stay with the Lady Ravens. So they'll try to drop a play to get the shot off with 1 second left. Curtis will inbound the ball. We'll see what they do here. Camrath comes off a screen. Nothing open. Trying to find something. Gives it to Daniels. Turnaround jumper, and it gets stuck in between the backboard and the rim. So an empty possession for the Lady Ravens. They will retrieve the ball. So right now Coffeyville doing a good job of extending their possessions, but tough time getting off some good shots. They drive and kick the ball really well and move the ball around the perimeter also very well, but they can't find anything inside. Hutchinson is just not giving that to them here so far. And so far they allow only 51 points per game, and that's starting to see how they're starting to show why they only give up 51 points a game. They do a good job of getting a lot of pressure. So here's Hutchinson now with it. 6 minutes, 16 seconds left here in the second quarter. Coffeyville currently trailing 26-19 against the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. Looking inside, nothing there. This is Butina driving, tough shot, off the back iron, rebounded, stripped away, and 2 people dove on it, and it's going to go to Coffeyville, as that was Alani Fisher fighting for it, and they said that the ball was out of bounds off of Hutchinson. So a good defensive stop for the Red Ravens. That's exactly what they needed. Now they need to get a basket, trying to shrink this lead down before the half. Here's Trussell now. Torian now with it. She has the ability to drive at will. Bobbles the ball, and it will go out of bounds. So a turnover once again for the Red Ravens, and that's exactly what they didn't want on that possession. At least try to get a shot off, and as turnovers has been one thing that they've struggled so far here tonight. So here are the Lady Dragons. Here is Priesner. Phillips driving, kicking, three-pointer for Butina. No good. Ball tipped away, and it will go to the Red Ravens. Just to note, the Red Ravens currently average 17.1 turnovers per game, so that's something that has definitely come into factor here so far tonight. 5:18 left. Here's Trussell now, giving it up to Kamarath. Swinging the ball around the perimeter. Here's Torian now looking on. Trussell with it. Looking inside, nothing there. Shot clock now down to 5. Driving, shooting, no good. And Torian ends up with it. 2 left on the shot clock, and that is Jasmine Torian there to clean that mess up and put it back in. Now a big defensive possession for Coffeyville. And it is a turnover for the Blue Dragons. Here comes Fisher, driving all the way to the lane by herself, 3-on-1. Can't get the shot to go. Ball battle around. Fisher gets her own rebound and gets the shot to go. Now it's a 3-point game. And here come the Red Ravens, but a timeout is called first. And they'll take their first timeout of the game. We'll take one as well. Coffeyville currently finds themselves down 26-23. You're watching Coffeyville Red Raven basketball on Red Raven TV. As Hutchinson gets the ball back after a incredible turn of events for Alani Fisher. She gets the steal, puts a shot up, can't get it to go, and puts it back for a 2-pointer. Here comes Hutchinson now with it as the lead is now down to 3 for the Blue Dragons. Pressure put up top. There's Butana kicking, shot by Madden, can't get it to go. Rebound Red Ravens. Here comes Davis. Here's Kamarath now with it. Kamarath drives. Tries to recollect herself. 3-pointer for Trussell for the tie. Can't get it to go. Rebound Hutchinson. Here's Terry giving it up. Finishing is Madden. So a big drive and a good job getting a defensive stop and a score for the Blue Dragons. And we'll see what Coffeyville can do with that as they try to respond. Here's Kamarath now with it, driving and kicking. Davis, open shot. Got it. Those are her first points of the night so far. There's a big step-up jumper for Jasmine Davis, 5'11" sophomore. Once again, down by 3, 28-25, 3:17 left in the quarter. 3-pointer, wing, short. Ball loose, and eventually is going to be a jump ball. And it will go back to Coffeyville. So Coffeyville going to try to bring the lead back to 1 or even tie this game up. A couple substitutions for both of the teams. Desiree Nelson is back in the game for Coffeyville. Double screen. Uses the one for Jasmine Davis. Here's Curtis with it now. Another screen for Davis. Here's Nelson with it on the baseline. Screen by Curtis. Double screen. And trying to give it up, but Odyssey Trussell runs right past the pass, and it is now another possession for the Blue Dragons and another turnover for Coffeyville. We'll see what Hutchinson can do with it here, up by 3. Moving the ball around the perimeter. Looking for inside. Zagarmo now giving it up. Terry with it, now giving it up to Stolley. Stolley now looking inside. Here's Williams. Strong move. Can't get it to go. He gets her own rebound, and she easily gets her put-back shot. And a lazy attempt at a rebound there from the Red Ravens as they get the box out, but they kind of gave up on the rebound. 2:15 now left in the second quarter. Now a 5-point lead once again for the Blue Dragons. Inside, can't get it to Torian. Kicks it out to Nelson. There's Jasmine Davis with it. Tough shot at the elbow. Can't get it to go. Torian trying to get the offensive rebound, unable to get it. And here's Hutchinson now with it once again. Here's Zagarmo in. Trying to give it to Phillips, looks inside to Williams. Williams at the elbow, kicking it out to Terry. Now 10 left on the shot clock. Good strong defense from the Red Ravens this possession. Here's Davis guarding. And Davis will get charged for the foul, and they'll get a new shot clock. That is her first foul. That is the first foul of the quarter for the Red Ravens after a lot of fouls in the first quarter. So a timeout is going to be called, 1:32 left. We'll take a timeout as well. Red Ravens trail the Hutchinson Blue Dragons 30-25. You're watching Red Raven TV. After the timeout, 1:32 left here in the second quarter. Red Ravens currently trail by 5. After a foul by Jasmine Davis. So here now with it is Butina. Three-pointer for DeGarma gets it to go. Stolle with a three-pointer. She's been a big factor for them so far in the paint, but now getting a big three-point shot. Here's Nelson working with it, looking inside for Carranza, throwing into a double team, and it is stolen. So here come the Lady Dragons. There's Butina now with it, and she crosses half court, defeating the pressure of Odyssey Trussell, working the ball around the perimeter. Here's Stolle with it. Now a minute left here in the second quarter. Driving, kicking. And this is DeGarmo with a three-pointer, can't get it to go. Trussell with the rebound. So here come the Red Ravens driving. Trussell. Right side, and she is fouled on the floor. That one's going to be called on Inya Butina. 43 seconds left here in the second quarter. Coffeyville now trails by 8. A big offensive possession for the Red Ravens as they're trying to keep that lead down to about a possession or so. As it's been to about 3 and it went down to 1, but then the Lady Dragons have now expanded it back to 8. Here's Coffeyville with it under the basketball goal. And it is stolen away. So let's see what the Blue Dragons can do with it now. Here's Butina with it. Now with 30 seconds left in the half. Phillips working with it. Can't get anything. Gives up a dribble. Ball's batted away and stolen by Fisher. Here come the Lady Ravens. 20 seconds left now. Fisher taking it. Driving, kicking back to Camerath. One more possession left for the Red Ravens here in the first half. Trailing by 8. Getting a couple screens to the top of the key. Driving. Blocked. Ball batted away. Still loose. Camerath comes up with 3 seconds left. Got the shot to go. And that's how the first half will end. So not the ideal way of how the Red Ravens would like the first half to go, but a good, strong performance from both teams. And Red Ravens currently find themselves down by 6. Our score is 33-27. We'll be back after the first half break. Our score, once again, 33-27, Hutchinson out in front here at Nellis Hall in Coffeyville, Kansas. You're listening to Red Raven TV. We are back for the second half between the Hutchinson Blue Dragons and the Coffeyville Red Ravens. Red Ravens find themselves down by 6 after the first half. Blue Dragons start out with the basketball. Backdoor drive by Priesner, got it to go, and the foul. So good start for the Blue Dragons. So some totals after the first half for the Blue Dragons. The points leader was Taylor Stolley in the first half with 8 points, went 2 for 2 from the on the arc. As for the Red Ravens, scoring leader was Chanel Camerath with 2 3-pointers. Jasmine Torian held to just 2 points and 3 rebounds in the first half. First free throw is good. Red Ravens now find themselves down by 9 and trying to get that back down for the first possession of the second half. Here's Camerath driving. Nothing there. Moving the ball around the perimeter now, dribbling it. Here's Fisher using the screen by Carranza. Bobbles the ball inside, regathering. Great job by not giving up on the play is Alani Fisher. Fisher that first half had 3 points and is able to get her first points of the half there. Now on defense, the Red Ravens struggled a little bit on the first half, allowing a 44.4% from the three-point line. Blue Dragons were 4 for 9 from the on the arc in the first half and 7 of 8 from free throws. So a good half offensively for the Blue Dragons. 5 now on the shot clock. Here's Priesner driving, falling down, and they're going to call the foul there as Coffeyville wanted the travel. Foul on the floor was called on number 11 for the Red Ravens, Chantel Smith. That is her third, and she will exit the ball game immediately. Some other totals for the Red Ravens. They had 11 turnovers in the first half, so they need to clean that up if they want to come back in this one. And they won the rebound battle 16-14, and Hutchinson had 12 points off of those 11 turnovers. Three-pointer blocked by Camerath. Priesner inside with the offensive rebound, and it is going back to the Red Ravens. So good stop from them. And we'll see what they can do here as they try to get a little run going here. Start off the second half. Camerath, the current points leader for the Red Ravens, now has the ball. Using the screen. Trying to work that perimeter, looking inside for Daniels, can't get it there. Gives it to Carranza. She tries to get it inside to Daniels, can't get it. Ball loose. Hutchinson ends up with it. Here's Stolley. Tries to get the bounce pass to Rogers, can't get it, and Priesner ends up with it. Here's Butina. Looking inside, ball rejected out of there by Daniels. Here's Camerath giving it up to Trussell all the way. And she is blocked, but a foul is called, and she will get 2 free throws. Good job by Odyssey Trussell with a strong drive into the lane. She, so far this season, is at a 46.7% from the free throw line. So not doing the best so far this season from the free throw line. That foul was called on Inya Butina. That was her second. This is the first one, and Jasmine Davis will re-enter the game, the 5'11 sophomore. And Carranza will exit. So as we were saying, between the men's and the women's for Hutchinson, they are at a combined record 22-0 last season, almost securing the national championship, but that was their only loss of the season. Foul was called on the floor there. Excuse me, there was a free throw, or excuse me, a lane violation that was called on Inya Butina. She came in a little bit late. So Trussell will get another free throw. And she gets 1. Lead now at 6. Half-court pressure from Coffeyville. Trap. That's Butina giving it up. Gets it again. And good pressure from Coffeyville. Swinging it to Priesner for 3. No good. Daniels with the rebound. Here comes Trussell. Fast break opportunity for the Red Ravens. Here's Trussell crossing back over left side, all the way into the lane. Layup, can't get it to go. Rogers ends up with it. Kyria Rogers was held to only 5 points in the first half. She is their scoring leader so far this season. Hand off to Stolley. Gives up to Priesner, looking inside. Backdoor to Priesner. And they have been just doing that all day, giving it up to whoever the number 5 player is. And backdoor from the number 1 which in this case was Priesner. That back door has been open all game long, and that'll be something that's big for Coffeyville. They'll need to stop. Here's Daniels inside, making a move, rejected. Gets her own rebound. Davis now with it. Camreth now 10 seconds on the clock, shoots a three, can't get it to go, rattles out. Has her first missed three of the day. All the way into the lane is Rogers, and she is stripped by Fisher. Looked pretty clean, but they end up, oh, excuse me, it was not a foul. Or it was a foul, excuse me. Fisher gets called for another personal foul. That is her second. Looked pretty clean to me. Looked like she got almost all ball, but they'll call that sometimes when they stick their hand in and try to knock the ball away, even though there might have not been any contact. So Kyria Rogers back to the line, gets one of two. Fisher all the way into the lane. Good job finding that open lane and taking it, and she will get 2 free throws of her own. Fisher is 76.5% from the line. Gets the first one. Quick substitution for the Blue Dragons. That is DeGarmo re-entering the game for Hutchinson for the first time in this half. Gets both of them. Full court pressure coming in for the Red Ravens in this possession. Here's Butina with it. Good pressure at half court. Ball is kicked away, and it will stay with the Blue Dragons. So a good job this half, getting a lot of pressure, forcing a lot of bad passes in this half court press, and this possession of full court press. So they now back away, back into their man-to-man. Good job with the switches. Jasmine Davis, Trussell now guarding Butina with the ball. Trying to find something, finally ends up finding someone. Here's Butina again with it. Clock winding down, shot up, no good. Loose ball, and it will go to Coffeyville. And the foul was called on number 11, Mandy Madden. So let's see what Coffeyville can do with it. Still trying to work with that reasonable lead that Hutchinson has. It's a lead that they can come back from, but it's just large enough to where it is a little bit intimidating. Here's Fisher driving into the lane. Left-handed shot, no good. Davis gets her rebound and puts it back for the lay-in. It's now 6 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Full court pressure for the Red Ravens. They are now down by 5, 39-34. Here's Fisher guarding the ball. Butina finally gives it away to DeGarmo. DeGarmo with it. Good pressure once again by the Red Ravens. Madden looking inside, can't get anything there. There's DeGarmo. Good job by Camreth to take the pass away. 2-on-1 for Fisher. Gives it up to Camreth. Wide open lane, layup, good. So it is now a one possession game, and Hutchinson takes a timeout. That is their first of the half. Our score 39-36. Hutchinson only up by 3 now.
For the most complete prep coverage for all high school and small college sports in Kansas, visit kansas-sports.com and follow them on Twitter @SportsInKansas.
We are back here in Coffeyville as the Lady Ravens find themselves down by 3 after a 8-point lead that the Blue Dragons had. And Coffeyville has been doing a good job of bringing the pressure here in the second half with that full court press that they've been putting on. It's more like a half-court press, but they've been making a full court a little bit early on. All the way into the lane, breaking the press inside, offensive rebound, can't get it. Davis ends up with it. Here come the Red Ravens. Here's Camrath. Inside to Davis, tough shot, can't get it to go. Can't get her own rebound, and it is going back to Hutchinson. Once again, Coffeyville bringing that pressure. Butina and Stolle try to break it. Kamarath gets the steal. Here come the Lady Ravens once again. Here's Trussell. And she'll slow it down. Getting the play from the coach. And Daniels will look to set the screen, uses Davis's screen. Davis gets it, drives, kicks, three-pointer, no, doesn't get the look to go, and Trussell drives baseline. Daniels can't gather it, and it will stay with Coffeyville. Trussell had a look at that three-pointer, but she doesn't take it, uses the drive, and it'll stay with the Red Ravens. So Coffeyville, a couple substitutions as well for Hutchinson. Torian trying to get the look off the screen. Here's Davis with it. Driving all the way into the lane. Tough shot, got it to go. And is now a 1-point lead for the Blue Dragons. Blue Dragons trying to move to 2-0 in the conference. Red Ravens trying to start off 1-0. Here comes the Red Ravens off of a steal. Davis can't handle it, falls on it, gives it back up to Trussell, and a good job by Davis hustling to regather the ball. Here's Kamrath with it now. The Red Ravens trying to snap Hutchinson's current 10-game win streak. 3-point for Kamrath. Got it! That is their first lead of the game, and what a big three by Kamrath. And all of a sudden, Hutchinson finds themselves down by 2. Half-court pressure has been so successful for the Red Ravens. They look to bring that on once again. Tough pass inside now, bobbling it. Tough look inside for Williams, can't get the shot to go. Rebound by Torian. Here come the Red Ravens in a fast break opportunity. Here's Kamrath with it. Driving all the way into the lane, fouled, almost got the shot to go, but a little bit too strong off the backboard. A great turn of events for the Red Ravens. And they're gonna say the foul was on the floor, so they'll get the ball under the basketball goal. Dodson throws it away. And it'll go right back to the Blue Dragons. So another chance for a steal here for the Red Ravens as they bring on that full court pressure, as Alani Fisher, who's been so big in this game offensively and especially defensively in this half, comes back in the game and is the head of that press. Here they get the trap in the corner. They seal it, get the pass inside to Phillips. Here's Priesner getting the tough pull-up jumper. Doesn't go in. Rebound fought by Kamarath and Williams, and it is a jump ball. Red Ravens might have gone away with it because I don't know if that ball was held on for quite long enough for a jump ball, but Red Ravens will get the ball back with a big stop. Try to extend the lead. Here's Trussell looking on. Giving it to Fisher. Fisher works with it. Giving it to Torian. Torian looking inside for Davis. Trussell now with it. Now 10 on the shot clock. Trussell can't get anything to go. Now seeing the shot clock. Torian with the screen. Three-pointer. Trussell. No good. Back iron. Rebound Fisher, and they'll get a fresh new shot clock. Good hustle by Fisher. And Trussell will slow things down once again for the Red Ravens. Good job by Coffeyville not giving up on that play. Here comes Trussell now with it. Holding onto the ball. Shot clock now down to 15. Giving it up to Davis. Round back to Trussell. Now 10 on the shot clock. Screen by Davis. Uses it. Still has it. 5 on the shot clock. Fumbles it. Tough shot by Trussell. Can't get it to go. Davis is there. Puts the putback in. And now a two-possession game for the Red Ravens. Their largest lead so far of this contest. So now Coffeyville brings on the pressure once again. Almost batted away by Fisher. Looks inside. Kicks it out to Priesner. And ball stolen away by Fisher. Here come the Red Ravens. All by herself. Stepping in front, Torian. Offensive rebound. Kamrath is there again. Another offensive chance. Gets it to go. And now a 6-point lead for the Red Ravens. A minute 42 left. Coffeyville now with a 6-point lead. Our score 45-39. Coffeyville now falls back. And another timeout is going to be called. It's a full timeout. They definitely need that. And the Blue Dragons now find themselves down by 6. You're watching Coffeyville basketball on Red Raven TV.
For the most complete prep coverage for all high school and small college sports in Kansas, visit kansas-sports.com and follow them on Twitter @SportsInKansas.
Back in Coffeyville, as Hutchinson's undefeated season in jeopardy right now, as Coffeyville currently leads Hutchinson 45-39. Hutchinson finds themselves with the ball. The minute and a half left here in the third quarter. Swinging the ball around, looking inside, overthrown. Ball is tipped, and it's not tipped, and it'll go to Coffeyville. And the refs are going to converse about this, might give it back to Hutchinson. No, it's going to stay with Coffeyville. So a big break there for the Red Ravens. They'll try to make this lead even bigger. Trussell last possession held onto the ball for 2 straight possessions and ended up with a Jasmine Davis 2-pointer inside. There's Trussell with it, driving. Now Fisher with it. Working around the perimeter. Backdoor Camerath, open shot, good. And a great job using the back door, giving what the defense is using. So Hutchinson looks on to try to break the huge run that Coffeyville has built on. Looking inside, giving it to Williams. Kicking it back out. That's Terry driving. And she is fouled, and she'll get a couple free throws. This team is a very good free throw shooting team, as they are 79% as a team. She finds herself at an 80% free throw shooter so far this season. See what she can do here with an 8-point deficit. First one up and good. Coffeyville doing a good job of getting back on defense and getting big stops during this run. Gets both of the free throws. And a couple substitutions for the Blue Dragons. Now 52 seconds left here in the third quarter. 6-point lead for the Red Ravens. Here comes Camerath. Now Carranza with it. Now Fisher looking inside. He made it. Camerath wide open under the lane, gets the basket to go. Camerath now showing that she can be a threat inside as well as a 3-point shooter. Swing the ball around the perimeter. Here's Butina. Swinging it back to Terry. Using the perimeter. Looking inside. There's Rogers. Inside fouled and one. Kyria Rogers trying to show this Coffeyville team that she's a threat. And hasn't been able to do that so far, as she's been shut out for the most part. First half only had 5 points. That was points 3 and 4 so far of this quarter. And gets the free throw, and she is now in double digits. 17 seconds left. Final possession for the Red Ravens. Here's Camerath working with a couple screens, using Carranza, now using Davis's screen. All the way into the lane. Driving, pulling back out. Camerath for 3. 2 seconds left. Off the getting a rebound is Carranza, and she can't get the shot to go as it is blocked as the shot is expired. Red Ravens up by 5 as we go to the fourth quarter. You're watching Red Raven TV.
For the most complete prep coverage for all high school and small college sports in Kansas, visit kansas-sports.com and follow them on Twitter @SportsInKansas.
Red Ravens trying to build on a 5-point lead that they set for themselves in the third quarter. They trailed by 6 at the half. They ended up with a 15-point victory in the third quarter. They'll try to come out just as strong with their defensive pressure. Antoinette Daniels re-enters the game for Coffeyville during the break. We'll see what they can do on offense. They'll be on defense here first to start the fourth quarter. And Stolle will pass the ball in. And it's going to be a zone-type defense for the Red Ravens. Swing the ball around the perimeter, finally getting inside. Looking for Rogers, not able to get it. Stolen away by Fisher. So another steal from the Red Ravens. Coffeyville actually on the winning side of turnovers last quarter. Here's Daniels with it. She has some room to work with, not using it. Here's Kamarath now with it. Shot clock now down to 10. Kronza with the screen. Now Daniels screening. Giving it to Trussell, looking for a 3. Shot clock now down to 5. Spin move into the defender. Throws the ball away to Butina. Here come the Blue Dragons. 2-on-1. And she is fouled by Odyssey Trussell. 2 free throws coming her way. Not a whole lot of contact. Butina stuck out her arm, trying to force the contact, and it did work. Butina, 80.6% from the free throw line so far this year. She'll try to make her second and shrink the lead back down to 5. Able to get it. A couple more substitutions for Hutchinson, keeping their players fresh. After the first half, everyone on the Blue Dragons scored in the first half. They have 9 players that they're working with, and every single one of them scored. So now the Red Ravens now with it. Kamarath will take the ball down with a currently 3-point lead. Kamarath with it, driving, kicking back out to Fisher, bobbled away, and another turnover from the Red Ravens. Red Ravens did a good job of protecting the ball in the third quarter, but they started here in the second half with a couple of turnovers. 9 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Butina with it, moving the ball to Priesner. Priesner drives, giving it up to Rogers inside. Can't get the tough shot to go. Here's Torian with the rebound. Torian having a tough time offensively so far has been a non-factor. Has done a good job on the board so far today. Looking inside for Davis. Can't get it to her, and Davis ends up with it. Tough shot at the elbow. Got it. Great touch by Jasmine Davis. She's made a couple big shots from about that distance, and they fall back into that zone that they've been starting out with here in this quarter. Swing the ball around the perimeter. Williams with it. Torian guarding. Tough move. Got the shot to fall in. So despite falling back into that zone, they've done a good job of moving the ball around the perimeter, getting it inside, and getting easy baskets. At what point do you ask yourself, when should we go back to the press? Ball almost batted away and stolen by Butina. Here's Kamarath now with it. Davis with the screen, all the way into the lane. Kamarath forces a bad pass, and it will stay with the Red Ravens. 9 seconds left on the shot clock for the Red Ravens. And Cletria Curtis will try to come into the ball game after the next break. Here's Trussell trying to get it. Here's Davis now with it. All the way to the lane, tough shot off the backboard, and is bailed out. That was a tough shot, but she's bailed out by a foul. Foul was called there by Kyla Williams. That is her second foul. And gets the first one to go. Davis currently 82% at the charity strike this season. Gets the second one. Camrath getting a bit of a breather, as that was Cleacher Curtis coming in. And the pressure is being brought back on for the Red Ravens. They realize that that 2-3 wasn't working out very well. Trussell bats it away. Rogers still comes up with it, driving into the lane, fouled, and she will get 2 free throws. That would have been a tough shot, but she kind of ran into the defense, but they give her the foul. And gets the first one. Coach wanted to travel, but they weren't calling it. Exiting the game is Lonnie Fisher, and re-entering the game is Chantel Smith, who has 3 fouls so far in this game. Rogers misses the second one. Here comes Jasmine Davis, trying to use a fast break. But she'll slow it down. Here's Trussell now with it. Backdoor cut by Curtis. Looking inside, there's Torian inside. Can't get the shot to go. Ball rattles around, can't quite get it to fall. And Smith ends up with it. Here's Davis now. No, back it again. And here is Trussell, using the screen. Now giving it to Curtis. Backdoor to Smith. Can't get the pass to her. And another turnover. Here's Priesner. Moving the ball around the perimeter. Here's the three-pointer, no good. Torian gets the defensive rebound for the Red Ravens. Red Ravens currently up 53-49 as they call a timeout. You're watching Red Raven TV.
For the most complete prep coverage for all high school and small college sports in Kansas, visit kansas-sports.com and follow them on Twitter @SportsInKansas.
Welcome back to Nellis Hall in Coffeyville, Kansas, as the Coffeyville Red Ravens find themselves up by 4 against the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. Blue Dragons come into the season 10-0 and number 4 in the nation. As for the Red Ravens, they find themselves at 7-3. Hutchinson is 1-0 so far in conference, and the Red Ravens are playing their first conference game of the season tonight. It's a big one. They'll try to start off 1-0. Here's Camrath now with it, trying to extend their lead. Biggest lead they have was 5. Davis driving, right side, tough shot, tipped, and Rogers ends up with it. Here is Butino with it now. Here's Stolle with it, now giving it back up to Priesner, Priesner, baseline. Stolle, deep jumper, got it. Big jumper there for Stolle. She led the team with scoring in the first half, but just gets her first basket of the second half. Here's the drive. Smith got her first basket of the game. Chantel Smith has been having to play more conservatively since she has 3 fouls, but here she is at the top of the press. And good pressure. Here's Priesner now with it. Driving middle, giving it up. Rogers, bad pass. And here's Smith with it. And Fisher will slow down, giving it now to Camrath. So another Coffeyville steal. They fell back into the 2-3 zone early in the fourth quarter. Didn't end up so well for them, so they went back to the press. Here's Smith with it now. Trying to give it back to Camrath, but it's stolen away. And here comes the Blue Dragons. Butina all the way into the paint, and she walked, trying to throw the defense off guard, and Camerath does a good job getting the stop and forcing the travel. A couple more substitutions now for the Red Ravens as Trussell and Carranza re-enter the game for the Red Ravens. Trussell and Camerath doing both a good job leading this offense, slowing it down when necessary, but also getting it going when necessary. Since they've both done a good job of driving into the paint and working with their screens. A couple screens from Davis and Carranza. Here's Trussell now with it once again on the baseline. Here's Fisher now with it. 15 on the shot clock. Screen by Davis. Doesn't roll. Takes it herself. Fisher into the lane and one. Fantastic move. Davis doesn't roll off the screen. Fisher takes it herself and all the way into the lane, gets the good old-fashioned three-point play. Hasn't missed a free throw yet today. Here's Fisher. Got it to go. And that foul was called by Kyria Rogers. Pressure brought on once again by Camerath. Butina drives right past it into the lane, giving it up inside, and scoring is Rogers. Here comes Coffeyville trying to drive right off with the score, but Trussell slows it down. Screens to the top once again, hands it off to Fisher. Now right back to Trussell. Wide open three-pointer off the front end, and Butina comes down with the rebounds. Hit in the face by Camerath. Nothing called there. Good call as it was a basketball play. There's Stolly. Now back to Butina, looking inside. Three-pointer from Priesner. Rattles in and out. Williams can't get the shot to go, but she is fouled, and she'll get a couple of free throws. That is Carranza's third foul of the game. Gets the first free throw to go. Davis exits the ball game. 3:56 now left in this contest. Red Ravens lead by 4, 58-54, our current score. Gets both free throws. So here's the Red Ravens now. Lead now down to just 3. We're just under 4 minutes in this one. Trussell now working with the offense. All the offense lining up low. Here's Torian with it. Looking inside, nothing there. Working around the perimeter. Can't find anything, finally finds Trussell. Trussell working with 10 seconds left. Driving middle, kicking to Camerath, high pass. Gathers it. Stutter steps, 3 seconds left. Ball batted away and will go to Hutchinson. So a sloppy possession for the Red Ravens, unable to get a shot off as they once again wind the shot clock all the way down into the single digits and aren't able to get a shot off. Coffeyville not bringing quite the strong defense that they have been. Ball batted away and it will stay with Hutchinson. They've been bringing on that press, but they seem a little bit tired as they are able to knock the ball away, give themselves a little bit of a breather. Three-pointer, left side miss. Rebound to Fisher. Here comes Camerath by herself offensively. Ball batted away, and it will stay with the Red Ravens. Good defensive effort by Butina so far in this half. She's gotten a couple steals and a couple bad passes. So let's see what Coffeyville can do with 3:08 left in this one. Currently up by 3. Looking for something is Trussell. Here's Camerath now with it. Camerath using the screen, driving left side into the paint. Driving and kicking to Fisher. Three-pointer. Rattles in and out. Torian trying to get it, and it will go to Hutchinson. Nobody likes that call for the Coffeyville side as they wanted the ball back. But the refs say no. Here comes the pressure once again from Coffeyville at half court. Stolly gets it. Right back to Butina. Butina now works with that 2-3 defense by Coffeyville. Trying to get it inside and throws the ball away. That pass was intended for Madden, and she has been pretty much absent so far in this game. Offensively, she's gotten a couple big rebounds. But so far in this half, she has 0 points, and she hasn't been able to get anything going so far. She has 13.9 points per game and 6 rebounds a game. Here's Trussell now with it, driving baseline side, kicking out. Fisher, the other baseline, three-pointer, no good. Torian getting the offensive rebound, kicking it back out to Camrath. Trussell now with it on the wing, and now Camrath will reset. Couple screens at the top, using Torian's screen. Kicks it to Fisher. Fisher now drives down to the middle. Baseline pass to Trussell. Trussell drives middle, kicks it back. Three-pointer, got it! 6-point lead now for Coffeyville. Now 61-55 with 2 minutes left. Here's a big defensive stop now for Coffeyville. Moving the ball back and forth with Blue Dragons. Stolle and Butina. Here's Priesner inside, kicking it inside to Rogers. Two-pointer rattles in and out. Camrath will get it. And now a minute and a half to go. Here is a big offensive possession now as they'll try to get the stop and score. Camrath forced to stop his dribble, and Hutchinson gets the steal, and she is fouled. So getting a little bit too lackadaisical on the offensive side for the Red Ravens. And that is Camrath's third foul. And that would be a big loss for them if they were to lose her. She has been a big product on offense and also on defense in that trap. So here now is the Blue Dragons. Ball batted away by Carranza. Great hustle and not getting the foul. Minute 18 now left for the Blue Dragons. Currently trailing by 6. Well-disciplined basketball here tonight. Not a lot of fouls. Blue Dragons, however, are in the double bonus. Here's Priesner, now giving up a three-pointer. Got it. And a big three-pointer from Taylor Stolle, and it is now a one-possession game. And they'll take a timeout. We will as well. Our score, 61-58. Coffeyville leading by 3. You're watching Red Raven basketball. Now up by 3 after a big three-pointer by Taylor Stolle. Hutchinson finds themselves on defense now. We'll see what they do defensively. It looks like they might try to do something at half court like Coffeyville has been doing. Big offensive possession here for the Red Ravens. Lead now down to 3. 1 minute and 4 seconds left. Here's Trussell giving it to Fisher. Davis with the screen. Giving it to Camrath. Trying to find something inside. Nothing there. Very lackadaisical offense for them. Now 10 seconds left on the shot clock for the Red Ravens. Here's Fisher. Trying to find something. Good defense. Kicking it out. Camrath for 3. No. Off the back iron and no good. Defensive rebound. Here's Butina driving. Pass break opportunity now for the Blue Dragons. 30 seconds now in the game. Looking inside. Ball stripped away, and Torian gets it. Trying to call the timeout, and they will call it a jump ball. Torian and coach were both trying to call the timeout, but it'll be a jump ball, and that is where we stand after timeout. We'll keep it right here. Red Ravens currently up by 3. We'll actually set it to a timeout. We'll be right back on Red Raven TV.
For the most complete prep coverage for all high school and small college sports in Kansas, visit kansas-sports.com and follow them on Twitter @SportsInKansas.
Coffeyville finds themselves up by 3 with 24.9 seconds left and the ball. And we'll see what the Red Ravens do with it here. Big position for the Red Ravens, trying to extend the lead to a 2-possession game. Here's Camrath now with it being pressured by Butina, and she is fouled. And they have a couple fouls to give in this half. And that is foul number 4 on Butina. She's been big defensively for this team. Here she is guarding Camrath, and she knocks the ball away and almost gets the steal. But it will stay with Coffeyville. And Butina is from Croatia, and she will exit the ball game with 4 fouls. She has been huge defensively for this team. Coffeyville bring the pressure on the ball on the sideline. We'll see what they do with it here. Here's Fisher inbounding. Can't get the ball to Trussell. And timeout for Coffeyville. We'll keep it right here. 19.6 left in the game. Red Ravens find themselves down by 3, up by 3. You're watching Red Raven TV.
For the most complete prep coverage for all high school and small college sports in Kansas.
Red Ravens with a 3-point lead. Huge possession here for the Red Ravens. Coffeyville having a hard time inbounding the ball. We'll see what they do here. Hutchinson now without Butina with 4 fouls. And the foul pressure is starting to, the foul trouble is starting to pile on for the Red Ravens. But as for Hutchinson, they've done a good job of not fouling as much as the Red Ravens, except for Butina. Camrath now getting the ball, and she is fouled by Phillips. And still not the 1-and-1 for the Red Ravens. They still have a couple more fouls to give. Just shows you how well disciplined this team is. Camrath now being guarded heavily and fouled by DeGarmo. 16.1 now left in the game. And Carranza will come back in for the Red Ravens. About the time where, this is actually going to be a 1-and-1. And gets the first one. The scoreboard showed that they still had a couple more fouls to give. But Camrath will shoot her second free throw after making her first. Torian exits the ball game, and Carranza will re-enter the game for the Red Ravens. And this is the second one. So now 15 seconds left for the Blue Dragons. Down by 4, 3-pointer, air ball. Rebound by Priesner. Priesner being pressured. And now three-pointer by the Blue Dragons, and can't get it to go. So after a undefeated season by the Blue Dragons, their undefeated season comes to a close. Our final score, Coffeyville 62, Blue Dragons 58. So we will be back with the men's game as the number 4 Hutchinson Blue Dragons are knocked off by Coffeyville, as Coffeyville improves to 8-3 and Hutchinson falls to 10-1. We'll be right back after the break, and we'll get the men's game for you. We'll be right back.